There's something. Yes. Oh, I did it wrong. Okay, what am I under? I'm under Creole occasion. No, I'm under voluntary law. I better change that. Okay, cool. Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up. What's going on, D-Nice? Might be able to hear noise out here. I'm outside and I am like I'm gonna be switching back from the phone to the laptop because my phone like to die on me, okay? Now, because I'm doing it outside, of course, you do it in the middle of the day, not when it's hot, when everything kind of goes down and cool. And I want to show y'all like what midday, this type of the day looks like back here. It looks like I may have to make some changes because I see, like, although it's not fully in the summertime, I see some overcast. I see like less lighting, which means one of these goddamn trees that got taller. Right? That can mess up. Look, that can make me have to rearrange my whole garden in my backyard because usually it's full sun back here. Until about this time, everything start cooling off a little bit. But let me see. How do I make? I'm gonna make a couple of changes. Let me move this around a little bit. Okay. How do you move some stuff around? Uh, Let me see. I'm gonna just switch it to my phone. Okay. Let's see. So that means I need to switch this back on. I do not want this to come unplugged because anyway, let me see. Zoom, I gotta get to Zoom. I don't need to see the okay, here we go. Maybe. Okay. Share. And we're gonna go to advanced. Let's share the iPhone. Boom. I don't need to share sound because apparently that doesn't work. Or maybe it's something I'm doing wrong when I try to do that. I'm not sure. Could be. Okay, cool. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Uh, I don't know what hubby talking about. This is a stone. Uh, I have not done this. I'm gonna move some of these things up to the uh-oh. I mean, okay, so we went and we bought some soil. Okay, it does say in-ground use because he picked up the wrong one, but it's okay. Um, they do have different soils for different things, right? In-ground, container, what is the one with raised bed, seed starting mix, and also potting mix. Some of them are the same. Some of them have little small changes. It's just a whole big scam to a degree, right? That's why you need to know which one you're getting. So this doesn't matter if it's in ground use, okay? Um, I can use this as soil for my seed starting, right? But what I did not like for my seed starting was this stuff that he bought. Like I know where if you're not into gardening and things, you think they all the same, right? But we're gonna take a look and see what the difference. in them are, right? We're gonna look and see what this look like versus what this look like, okay? And I'm gonna do that now. And let me see, I'm gonna get like a container. Okay, so this is a small container, as y'all can see. I don't want this in. And I'm gonna grab some of this potting mix, right? This is the potting mix. And you see it? If you look, you see a lot of sticks, little small little things, right? You might end up with some sticks in here, but to be honest, this feels like no soil is in here. It don't feel like there's any soil. I see perlite, um, and I see mulch. It's almost like little bits of tree bark, right? That's what I see. You see it? Okay, we're gonna put that there. I did not bring. Let me see. Make a little cut here. No, really, I'm gonna end up using this whole bag this week anyway, so it don't matter how I open it. You can see some things right off the bat that's so different, right? Usually I have a knife, y'all, but I don't have any pockets. Probably give me these knives. You can see a big difference in this right away. Y'all see that? This is potting mix and this is soil. Okay. When I get this is in the bag. It's not wet or anything. Look at it. Okay. This is soil. It's not wet, but I do look, there's some water in it. Wonder did it rain last night? Why is this out here? But it doesn't matter. See, it's soil. Okay. That's soil and this is potty mix. That's a big difference. Remember when I showed y'all when I mixed this, remember I put a lot of water in it because the water wasn't absorbing and I soaked it in water and then tried to get it. Look what happened. It's just been a few days. It dries right back up. And that is not good because here are those seeds. I have to keep coming out and water them. Look how dry that is. It's dry. Okay. So I'm going to water that up. I'm going to do that now. You got to stay on it if you don't do this. You won't have a good start of your seeds. Okay. Ah, so that's the difference. That's the difference. Now, what you can do though, you can mix these two together, and that's what I'm going to do. Okay. I'm going to take some of this that might be a little too heavy for brand new. Um, what's too heavy for seedlings? I hope y'all can hear me. What's too heavy for seedlings? I'm going to use that. I should have gloves on, y'all, but I don't even know where my gloves are at. They should have been with my gardening stuff out here, but y'all know what happened to that. I don't know what happened to it. Okay. Probably did whatever he wanted to do. Okay, and I'll mix this with that. And we'll end up with like a something that more, it has nutrients. It's gonna hold the little moisture. And it's also gonna be fluffy and easy for the seeds, for the roots to pop through. Okay. So if you a beginning gardener, you can take the two and mix them up, but do not just do one. I have to change the settings on this. Yes. All right, cool. Y'all see, so with me mixing this with this, it ends up making it lighter. It even changed the color of it. And that's a good combination of seed starting mix. So Okay. You gonna get in there? I don't know if that's gonna work, but it might. Thank you, man. I had some gardening ones, but I should have bought them. I go to the Dollar Tree. Grab me some more. Honestly, I could probably get it cheaper. Oh no. I hubby got, hubby yeah. What the hell kind of gloves are these? These are medical gloves he be having. I'm not doing no surgery, baby. I'm not doing no surgery, but I'm good. Okay, thank you, babe. He must be in there. Okay, anyway, God dang, he got them big hands. I got small hands. They might look like they chubby and shit. But I promise you, they not. They regular size fingers and shit on a short person. But kids, head thickness. Oh, lordy. What these kids' glasses on? Oh, lordy. That's some surgeon gloves, okay? Ah, that gotta be some kids. Y'all see how small it is? Uh, Anyway, I like them. I like them. Okay. Anyway, so y'all can see the color change. Look, there's actual sticks in that soil, which is all good. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, it helped with drainage. It helped the seeds to push through. And so we about to grow some seeds. Okay, that's what we about to do. And you do kind of want it to be mixed up. Now the truth is, I should mix a bigger portion of this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dump it in here. Okay, I'm gonna grab this. Okay, then I'm gonna put the rest of that in. Okay. And then I'm gonna grab. I do have some tools now. I ain't gonna. I ain't gonna act like I don't have no tools. I don't know where they are right now in this moment, but I do have a shovel, a hoe. Baby, I have a hoe for real. She got a hoe. You know she got a hoe. Yes, I do. Shovel, a hoe, a rake. Yeah, you need all of that if you're gardening. And if I can grab me some earthworms, it's even better, baby. Y'all gonna see me even get some earthworms to come out the ground so I can grab them up and put them in the garden. Yes, y'all. Oh, okay. Now that looks good. Okay. It looks like it will hold some water, right? It looks like it'll hold water. Okay. It's not gonna dry out because it got little bits in it that's gonna hold it. It's gonna allow some drainage. And it's soft. It's going to allow the roots to just go in. This is going to be perfect for the potatoes. I'm gonna actually use this pan for the potatoes because there's another way. I have some more potatoes that I need to grow. We're gonna do that tomorrow because I'm gonna sew up my grow bags. Okay, I'm making grow bags for the potatoes, and yeah, I'm gonna grow the potatoes in bags, and I'm gonna sew them up. Okay, I'm gonna sew them up. Anyway, this is what we're gonna use. And this is what we're going to feel. Okay. So I'm going to take this. In all, it should be 72 cells. Okay. 72 cells. So I don't know, 72 divided by 2, with that's 30, with that's 36. Yeah, 36, right? 36 should be 70. Yeah. So this probably 36. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 36. Ain't that some shit, man? It may take me a few seconds, times a few more seconds, but Matt is not that difficult. And as y'all can see, I'm gonna just put this in. Now, hubby did find me pink cells, right? And He bought me, remember, and I put it in some water and it fell apart. Now, my understanding is I should put peach cells in here, which is that's not how it was. They didn't give me no instructions, and the one that I had before, it was a little different, right? But I put them in here. But you see how dry they just as dry as that mix. Now it's good for starting seedlings, but then you'll have problems when they get a little older, right? So I'm gonna end up using those, but not for this. Okay, so what y'all see me doing is kind of gradually number cap, right? Because they look like they're full, but they're not, and it's okay, but they're not full. You want to go all the way to the bottom. Okay, I did spray myself with some. I see these mosquitoes flying around me, man, but they're not landing on me. Okay, why? Because I put some of that spray on. Well, these motherfuckers is flying around me though. I see them. Okay. Now I'm from the south, baby. We scared of mosquitoes. Okay. When we see them come out, we run. Time to go indoors. These mosquitoes up here, pussy. They pussy. Okay. Mm. Okay. So that's all I did, right? And at this point, what you're gonna see me do is I want to make sure they're in there. It don't have to be too compact, but it just needs to be in there. And then I'm gonna either let me see. I could take this, sit them on top and push, and it creates like this little thing where I could put the seeds, or I could take my finger and just indent, or I could take an item, just make a little indent where I'm gonna end up putting seeds, right? But I don't want it too compact. So I'm uncompacting it a little bit. Um, Now let's take a look and see what seeds are, because I do want, there are some seeds I really need to grow. Like I need to start. Okay. Because I want a lot of them. Okay. Like my tomatoes, my cucumbers, the things that I find to be important. Okay. My watermelon. Okay. My okra, cucumbers. Uh, I have a couple of tomato things already in there uh, on a cotton ball. So this, I could have done this on a cotton ball and then planted them, or you could put them in a tray like this, right? So when I showed y'all the cotton ball, that was quick, easy, simple, where you don't even need any of this stuff, right? Okay, so what this is, my munchers. These are also munchers. Are they the same muncher? Yeah, look like it. These look old though. So I'm not going to test. If I do these, I'm going to test them first, and I will do it in a napkin or something. I do not want to put anything old in my soil, right? The reason I know these are two for $1. Wait, when did I buy these? I just, oh man, these are old too. And they got dates on them. These are old. I know these are new. I just purchased them. I know this is old. Okay. I just bought those. That's okay. Look, I know I got some old ones and I got some new ones. Okay. I just bought those. I just bought those. I'm not taking no chance when those old seeds in the soil. There's another way where I do the old seeds. Okay, y'all, I showed y'all this already. Okay, so we're gonna do these cucumbers. And I'm gonna do a watermelon. I do have a couple of watermelon. These are new. And I definitely want to do some opal. This is not all my seeds. I'm missing a big load of seeds. And I also need my plant labels. I'm gonna need a couple of those. Like I told you, do not get lost on what you're planning because it could be really confusing. Okay. Okay. Um, these look old as well, yo. No, these are okay. That's these here. Probably bought me these, I think, last year. I just bought these. Man, okay. I just bought these, y'all. I just bought these. But they're telling me they're good until December of this year. December of 25. That's what it says. That means they're keeping these seeds out like that. These are sugar baby watermelon. Okay. Now I'm gonna tell you what I'm not happy about. I bought a grow light, and I need to make sure that what I bought is an actual grow light. There's only a few seeds in here. Uh-oh, and I tore. What this was, sugar baby? Yeah, sugar baby. Okay. That's all the seeds in there. Okay. Which y'all could tell that's a seed out of the watermelon. Okay, that's a seed actually out of the watermelon where they dried it, which means it's in hibernation. And then we're gonna put, so how many I have? 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 6 each way. If I do 2, it'll be 4. Okay, I'm just I just want to roll, right? So I'm gonna put a seed there. Wait, and then they need to see how far deep they want it. Some things need to be to the surface. This says a half an inch deep, so that's good. Okay, we'll put one in there. We'll put you, you. This is a big one. That's too far down, I think. I'm gonna grab that back up because I'm gonna end up covering that. Okay, let me put some more dirt in there. So now put one here. Now I'm gonna look at these things and see which one might need a companion. Okay, 2 of them I'm gonna give a companion because I do not want to have to use 2. I'm gonna just put them back in the and put them back in because I do have another pack of sugar. I'll put you in here. You okay? So these are my sugar babies. I need to write that. Let me see if I can find my little writing pen. So this is my sugar baby watermelon. Okay. And then I could put the date, or I can put how many days to harvest. Okay. Lord. I'm not gonna put the date. I'm gonna put the date to harvest on 68 to 86. Because I'm gonna know the date that I did all these, right? So 68 to 90. I'm gonna put 68 to 90. Okay, just okay. And that's gonna go on this row. Okay, y'all see that? They're not done yet. I'm not done with that yet. Okay, so what's next? I'm gonna do cucumbers on this second row. And these are munchers. Okay, let me write that on here first. Cucumbers. Okay, put that there. I don't even need to put anything other than that. The truth is, because I know what they are, if I forget the harvest time, I can look it up online, right? And I am gonna, and so they say a half an inch deep as well. Okay, I'll put two in there. Okay, let me put one first because I might be able to do two rows. I definitely want a lot of cucumbers. Now, but I don't want that many cucumber plants. There's a difference between having a lot of cucumbers and a lot of cucumber plants. You know what I mean? One, two, three, four, five, six plants will get you about a couple of um, dozen cucumbers, depending. Sometimes you might only get about 12 cucumbers per plant. It could be more, right? Mhm. So I love cucumbers. Actually, no, you get a lot of cucumbers. I got a lot of cucumbers. I only had what I think I only had one cucumber plant that year, and it was a lot of cucumbers off that one plant. Okay. This year, one, two, three, four, five, six. So if I do six of this type, then I can grow more if I want to. Right? I'm gonna do six there, that type. I'm gonna move this to the side. And then I want to do something called straight eight. Okay, write that down before I tear that off the top. Okay. It's awesome. I'm gonna just put an eight, so I don't have to take that out. Okay, cucumber straight eight. I'm gonna open you up. Now this one say half a inch deep as well. Now these expire this year. And the reason that's important is because I don't have to save any for next year, right? I'll actually I'll take the seeds out of the new cucumbers for next year. That's how you do it, okay? Now, honestly, I should be putting, sometimes you should put two to be safe, but I think that's what I'm gonna do with these, okay? I'm gonna put two. But the thing is, when they're growing, you don't want two of them growing um, in the same stem. You know, like they will eat from each other. Okay. So I have enough of these where I can put two. And actually I can even separate them later if I wanted to. Okay. But I don't think I want to be tedious like that. I'm be honest, okay? I'm being honest. I don't want to be tedious unraveling different things. So that's my 38. Those are my cucumbers. Y'all see how simple that is? I hope y'all got it. Get it. Make sure you read, and it'll tell you how deep, because if the seed is too deep, then it may not. So wait, this expires also this year, but at the end of the year, these are my cucumbers. I'm looking. It seems like maybe the dollar store. Maybe that's what's happening. Maybe by the time they get them, it's already, is expires that year. I'm going to have to pay attention to that because I know I've just bought these this year. Okay. I didn't just buy them today, but I know I bought them this year. That's what I'm saying. And I have some seeds falling on the ground, and that is not so good. Wait, let me see. This says, uh, wait, yeah, 3/4 of an inch, a little less. Okay, a little less. Do it have to be exact, y'all? It do not. You just don't want it farther deeper, and you don't want it too close to the top. Okay. Put hmm. Let me see what they say. Oh, I have a lot of seeds. I'm gonna put two in each. Two in there, two there, two there, two there. And I know I have at least three different um types of okra. I have a Louisiana. This is the Louisiana green velvet. And I have a Clemson spineless. I see it right there. My oh, I love both of y'all. Okay. Louisiana green. Okay. Louisiana green velvet. And I have two more rows. Um, I watermelon, cucumbers. I do want to do carrots. Gonna go directly in the bag. Um, I guess I'll do these okra. This is a different one. But what's the date on it? No, I'm gonna do these, but I'm gonna have to make sure they propagate and make sure that they germinate. Um, and peas go directly in. I think I'm gonna do lavender. Okay, that's gonna keep these damn mosquitoes and the mosquitoes that's flying around right now. Okay. Wow, it'll take 80 days. Phew. Okay. But come July, baby, they'll be up and about and popping. Okay. Um, don't take 5 to 10 days to germinate. They wanted 1/8 of an inch. You see? So 1/8 of an inch. This is one of them things you could sprinkle down. And I should do that. I can really just drop them in the ground. Um, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. Um, so I'm not gonna put this in the tray. Okay, because you do want them lumped up together, and you want them in an area that's going to be very useful to you. So I'm not going to drop that in the tray. Look like I might be, oh, my cantaloupe. Let's check it out. I have a couple of cantaloupes here, and I have another watermelon. This is, that's Sugar Baby. Was that Sugar Baby? Yeah, that was Sugar Baby. I should have another watermelon. That's peas, dill, the herbs and things. I do them kind of differently. Carrots go directly in the ground. Okay. I have some seeds somewhere else. That's right over there. Okay. We're gonna do cantaloupe. Sierra Gold Hills Best Jumbo. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna pick one next. Wait, I have two rows. Yeah. Right. It's the last thing I put in was these, right? Yeah. So I have two rows. And they want it at a half an inch deep as well. So I'm gonna do this melon Sierra Gold. Okay. Let's see what they look like. They look just like the seeds in the cantaloupe. Just like the seeds in the cantaloupe. Okay. Put one there. There. Hope y'all can see what I'm doing. And y'all might be tired of seeing what I'm doing because I'm doing the same thing, right? Just putting them in. I may decide to put two seeds. I may decide to put one. Depending on what it is, you want it to grow one, but some things can be clumped up. These are, as y'all can tell, are fruits, right? Everything I put in here is a fruit. And okra is what I think that's a fruit too. I think okra is classified as a fruit. Don't quote me on that one, but I think it is. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna write that. Which means I need another. Oh, mm, mm. Now, yeah, I bought a grow light. I hate to be thinking that maybe what I bought might not be a grow light, but after doing some research, when you buy shit on Amazon, you never be knowing. But I just sworn it had a good rating, so I'm gonna believe that it's a grow light. But I just use, did I just use cantaloupe, right? It wasn't this time. It's that one. Okay, this is gonna be my first time doing cantaloupe. I'm not gonna type out that whole thing neither. I'm gonna just put can't. You think I remember what that is? Can't. C-A. And then I'm gonna put Sierra Gold. I'm about to type me up some labels, baby. Okay? Sierra Gold. Can't. I put can't and Sierra Gold. Y'all think I'm gonna remember? Okay. Well, that cantaloupe, that's a long ass. Me type writing that out. I don't want to do that. Yeah. And see, and so I have some more cells over there too, right? Let me think about it. Let me think. I'm gonna put. I do have some tomatoes growing, but I don't think I have these beefy tomatoes, beef steaks. See, they're not open. Uh, oh yeah, they are open, but I no, they're not open. I was about to say I don't remember doing them. I did the Roma, and I did these vine black cherry fruited. Let's see, it's 1/4 inch, and I am gonna put them in. Okay, let's do that. I may, yeah, these not open too. It's warm enough where I do not have to have them undergrow. Like I can literally keep them in the cell outside. And these seeds are very tiny. Okay. So I am going to put two in each. They want it at 1/4, close to the surface because they're small. That means I have to put some more soil in here. Okay, y'all see what I'm doing? I'm putting more soil because these seeds need to be closer to the top. What the? There's a seed in there. What? Oh no, it's not. Okay. Doing, doing, doing. Some, when especially small seeds like to be closer because they need the energy from the sun, and things like that. So it's a small little seed. You can barely be able to see it. Um, and of course, right, they're the same seeds that be in the tomato. I'm gonna put two each. Now, from my understanding, after I did some research, because I've been doing a lot of research, you could take a tomato slice and put it in the ground and it'll grow. So if you don't want to deal with seeds, because the tomato has the seeds in it, right? The bell pepper has the seeds in it. It'll take a little longer because that seed in the tomato that we eat, right? We eat those seeds. Um, they're surrounded by this gel. But once that gel erodes, then the seeds will propagate. The only reason they don't propagate while in the tomato is because of that gel. Once that tomato starts rotting out, though. Okay, so I put the seeds on, and boom. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take dirt and I'm gonna cover it. Okay, I'm gonna take some dirt. We're gonna start over here. We know that it wants to be a half inch down. So I just need to cover those seeds up. See that? What I'm doing. You don't want them hitting the sun. You don't want the sun to beam down and end up injuring the seed. And the nose, you just gonna cover, lightly cover them up as well. Yeah. Okay. What that was again? That was the beef and tomatoes beef stick. Okay. Oh, whew. It seems like a lot. No. Okay. That's when you're growing from seeds. There's other ways of doing it when you buy your plants at the nursery. They'll have the tags already there for you. Okay. They actually do all of this for you. They tag them up, they plant the seeds, and they sell them. But you got to understand how many seeds, how many plants did I get from even the watermelon one had the least seeds. I still ended up with one, two, six. I think it was eight. How many seeds did I have? Like eight? No, I think I had like 12 seeds, right? And you go to the nursery door, and one of those cells, depending on how big it is, you could get a 4 pack for like $5 if it's small. If it's a seedling, by the time it's large enough for you to put it, transplant it, now they could cost you $3 each. Each 3, 6, 9, 12. You could be easily paying just for 4 plants, depending on how big it is, right? So the money is saving is in the seeds, but it is a little more time. Okay. It is a little more time because you got to keep things in order. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna seed this, I'm gonna water this in. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna take some water and just make sure that it's moist. I'm gonna put a little bit at the top, but let's take a look at this. Okay, this is the tray that the tray goes in. So you really water the tray, and then you set this in there, and it'll do self-watering. But in the beginning, though, you do want to water in your seeds. Okay, I have some rainwater. What happened to the rainwater? Did I use all of it? Okay, maybe I could have. Okay, but before I do that, I'm gonna put that there. And I have a top to it that make it like a, remember like those it makes it like a greenhouse. It has a top that goes on top of it, and it can stay out here. And the birds won't mess with it. Anything. Okay. So am I going to do this one now? I am going to. I'm not going to do this one. Okay. Because I want to show y'all something else. I'm gonna finish this possibly tomorrow on my own time. Okay. I want to show y'all my potatoes. Now, so the sweet potatoes are in the house under the grow light still. Wait for some roots to start sprouting. Okay, that's what I'm waiting for. We'll talk about that maybe tomorrow. I want to try to see if I can show y'all. We'll put all this in later. So y'all saw the difference between the dirts, right? Between soil and potting soil. Potting soil is it's good for starting your seeds, but there is a downside to it, and the downside is that they dry out, and you will have to uh, water them often. Okay, especially if you have them outside like I have mine. So I showed y'all those. The peas are in the front. Okay, I showed y'all those, and now let's talk about these potatoes. Let me move this up. But I came out here when it wasn't gonna be too hot, and when the best time to garden is either early morning before the sun come out beaming out, or in the afternoon when the sun is going down. So I have some onion, and they are mixed. So there's all types of onions in here: red onions, white onion, yellow onion. I think there might be some sweet onion in here as well. Okay. Now the thing about these, well, we'll talk about those another time. Okay. Here goes some seed potatoes that I just got. Hubby and I picked these up this weekend, and I picked out these this weekend as well. I went and got another seed potato, yams, right? Sweet potato. Wait, yeah, this is sweet potato. Wait, am I right about that? Yes, yes. It's a blue, okay? And well, I have to make sure that's right. I have to make sure that this is a sweet potato. I thought it was a sweet potato, and I think it is a sweet potato. But I might be wrong. I might have to look that up. Um, before I before I plant it, I need to know. Okay, I'm gonna look that up to see if that's a sweet potato. Because I actually thought that said sweet potato, boom. And now I'm reading it now and it says seed potato, which is ridiculous. Okay? It's blue. I'm gonna look it up on have probably look it up. This is a russet, that's what he chose. I told him to choose the potato that he liked. He liked these russet potatoes. And I already had the red Narlins. Okay. And I thought I had another one. Of course, I have sweet potatoes already growing in there, trying to grow some slips. So remember, I told you a sweet potato and a potato are not the same. Sweet potatoes and potatoes. Sweet potatoes are not potatoes, y'all. Okay? Sweet potatoes are not in the family as potatoes. And that's why they grow differently. They have some similarities, but they grow differently. Okay? You grow these potatoes You could go to the store and buy potatoes. You don't have to go buy potatoes. Okay. Now I'm I'm only going to show. I'm not going to show you me growing these because these are going in grow bags, and I'm putting them in grow. I gotta make. I'm gonna sow the grow bags tonight. Okay. I'm gonna grow. I'm gonna sow some grow bags, and then I'm gonna show y'all me planting these tomorrow. But what I want you to know is that if you don't want to buy seed potatoes or you don't know where to buy seed potatoes, you could go and get a potato, right? A regular potato out of you just go buy a potato. Just go buy a potato. And then I'm gonna tell you how you get the eyes on them, okay? So that's what I'm gonna show you now. Although these are seed potatoes, you want your potatoes to kind of have some eyes on them, some eyes on them, some growth on them, okay? But you can create this. You can create this. Now there's a couple of ways of growing potatoes. Um, but it's basically the same way. You're gonna put it in some oil, in some dirt. It don't have to be dirt. It could be straw. It don't have to be straw. Like you don't even need to buy any grow bags. You could put it in a trash bag, right? Um, you can buy those bags. You know those grocery bags that you buy, the ones that you have to buy so you can because they don't give you plastic anymore. You could grow in those. I did grow in those one year. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of gave up on them potatoes because I was so into the melons and the cucumbers, and I didn't even water that bag. So, but they self kind of they take care of themselves as long as you got them in a space where when it rains and gets water, you do need to kind of keep them moist up. Okay, but I didn't do that. I'm gonna be honest. Like I said, I got a patch down there where I grew the potatoes, and I never even checked them. I never dug it up or nothing. It might be a whole shitload of potatoes under that ground over there. I but I just didn't even care. Okay. But this year I'm gonna do them. I'm gonna do them right. Okay, I'm gonna do them right. If you have some potatoes that you just bought, you take them, put them in a bag, throw some dirt on them, water it up, right? It just could be a bag, a brown paper bag. It could be anything like that, and leave them in there for like a week, just a week, maybe 2 weeks at the most. And then when you pull them out, they're gonna have some growth on it. They're gonna have some eyes on it. Okay. But you don't even have to do that. You can actually grow them directly. But the problem with that is if it's too new where you haven't aged it any, gotten it to get some eyes, and then when you go to plant it, it may it may not produce anything, or it may take so long to produce that you get these little small potatoes. So I'm trying to tell you how to do it where you will get some nice sized potatoes and a large amount of them because you do need to make sure that you have a potato that will uh grow. Okay, they put things on the potatoes that could prevent it from growing, right? So you get your organic potato, and then we're gonna sit it in some soil in a bag, and we're gonna make sure that it's gonna grow because you never know. And if you go get an organic potato, how you know it's organic? That's why you would do that to ensure that it gets some eyes on it. If it gets some eyes, then it ensure it to grow. I think I see. I think I see. Wait a minute. I thought I saw some dude in the chat. Some dude, you there, baby? You want to come up? Some dude say he know about some growing too. Okay, but I will say now I don't know what he's saying, but a potato and a sweet potato is not the same thing. A sweet potato is a morning glory. It is a flower. Okay, it's a flower, and the root that we call a sweet potato, it grows from that flower. It's the root of that flower, and we eat it. And this, on the other hand, is a potato. Okay. Now I'm gonna come and see what y'all saying because I didn't know people was in there. Hey, Letitia, how you doing? Let me see what y'all talking about. I'm sorry, I wasn't looking at the chat. I wasn't near the computer, y'all. I know the computer is by me. Some dude said 5 gallon. Yep, you could do a 5 gallon bucket. You can you can you can do many things as long as it has access to the wind, right? Because the greenery is what's gonna get the sunlight. As long as that greenery has sunlight where it can grow, you have some moisture there, the roots will grow into tubers, and those tubers are potatoes. Okay? So some do, and carrots too, you're right. Big yams grow deep. I don't know what he mean by big yams grow deep. Small yams grow deep. Big yams grow deep because it's just a root, and roots grow. Okay? And it don't have to be deep, right? You could grow potatoes in you could grow potatoes, y'all, and it does not, the soil does not have to be deep. You heal the potatoes because as you see it's growing, you heal it. So more roots will spring out and more tubers, more potatoes, right? uh Turnips are the devil. Turnips are good. Mr. Bomb is being bad. The little eyed sweet potatoes makes are reddish. You cut a little and put them in the ground. Wait, wait, say it again for me. Wait, let me see. He said the little eyes sweet potatoes make are reddish. Cut a little and put them in the ground. Now uh somebody mentioned not exactly what you just said, but we call them eyes, but they're not eyes, y'all. As you can see, this and that is the same thing. Let me see if I can get it to focus. Now see that? This and this is the same thing. So from my understanding, this is a root. This is a root. That's a root. That's a root. That's a root. And someone had told me that they cut like the peel itself ended up making potatoes because that's a root, which means you don't need the whole potato. You can shave the the skin, and if you can get an eye on it, if you can get it the roots, then you can put it in the ground and it will grow a potato. Okay. Uh Pets that bear down the stalk up top, it will grow leaves. I have no idea. He talking about leaves. I watch videos on people cutting them in half as long as they have eyes on both sides. I cut mine in half because I did cut them in half. They had no eyes on them already, but it will grow. The potato itself will grow roots, and therefore there's no particular way. In fact, people are putting them in water, right? But if you take your sweet potato, because that slips, right? I'm not sure if you're talking about, I think you say sweet potatoes. Let me see. Um, oh, I'm not sure if you're talking about sweet potatoes or potatoes. It don't matter about the potato. The potato gonna grow. You can put that in soil. Right now, I can show y'all. I could actually put some soil here and put the potato here, and in a week we could come and check on it. But I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I could do that. I don't have no problem doing that. Let's do that with. But they all have eyes on them because they see potatoes already, right? I bought them with nose on them already. But let me see. See, even these are longer. See that? So that's what a seed potato is. A seed potato just mean they took a potato, they put it in a group in a bag somewhere and let them age out, and they just start growing eyes. Right? Y'all have done it in your house before, right? You didn't use the potatoes and you went to go look and they had eyes on them. That's a natural process. That means these are ready to grow. They got roots on them already. If you go buy one at the store, you have to create the same effect, or over time it will happen, but it will take longer. So sweet potatoes and potatoes though are different. Remember, because we're gonna grow sweet potatoes from slips, from actual plants, from roots, right? We're gonna take the slips off, and then but this we're not gonna take nothing off, right? We're gonna put this directly in the ground. Okay. We're gonna put this directly on the ground. Now, anybody know, babe, can you look up, is this a sweet potato or is this a potato? Because I know there's a blue sweet potato. right? It has a Chinese name, but I'm not sure if this is sweet potato or if that a potato. And I need to know. Let me look it up real quick. Is that a blue potato? Is blue potato sweet potato? Blue potato or sweet potato? Or I need to know so I can know how to grow it. Like I was see there are blue sweet potatoes and then there's blue potatoes. The sweet potato or sweet potato is in the glory morning glory family. That's right. But I put in sweet potato. Let me see if there's a is there a blue potato? Wait, what are blue potatoes? Let me see what this says. Y'all, that is a chocolate bell pepper. Like, okay, what are blue potatoes? Blue potatoes are, wait, they have a strangely shaped, dark skin, purple interior that turns blue when cooked. Naturally blue or purple skin. Uh-huh, uh-huh. And they do have blue potatoes. And it's not a, and there's blue potatoes and there's blue sweet potatoes. And how would I know? So they also known as blue potato, Russian blue, blue marker, Congo, and several more. Oh Lord, I think this might be just a potato, and that makes sense, right? Because there's no slip on it. Um, yeah, this is just a that's crazy. What did the? Let me go look at the other label. Let me see what potato on the sweet potato. I think. Okay, so this was the orange and it said sweet potato. So you see this one says sweet potato orange. And I'm not even gonna joke, when I bought this, I thought it was the same as this, just blue. But this one actually says sweet potato. And this one say seed potato. I'm not even gonna joke. I just found out that says sweet seed potato today. I think I said it right when I said, oh my God. I thought it said sweet potato because I didn't really look at it, right? It was in the same area as these. I bought these like a month ago, but I just got these this weekend when hubby took me to the movies. And then we went and did some shopping. So I think this is just a potato. Do y'all agree? Because this one says sweet potato, and then it gives that it's orange. So if this would have said sweet potato, and then it would say blue. Okay, that makes sense. It makes sense to me. So that means, and it's important for me to know how to grow it. Okay. Now check this out though. Well, I'm gonna show it with this. So I can take these off. These are roots that will grow. It has nubs. Or you can grow the whole potato in and it's gonna grow. And as the roots grow, more potatoes will grow. Okay. Lots of potato will grow from this one potato. Look at all those eyes. See that? All these different eyes on this one potato will grow a vine that will grow another potato that's going, and so you could kind of see that this is a nice seed potato. Okay. And so you can, and the way I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna put them in states. I'm gonna put a couple on, heal it up, which means put dirt on it, and then I'm gonna put a couple more, and then heal it up, and then put a couple more, and you can do that in a 5-gallon bucket, okay? Or, but I'm gonna do it in a bag, okay? I'm gonna do it in a bag. I'm gonna sew the bags up tonight. Um, and then I'm gonna go from there, okay? So we're gonna grow this type of potato. This I never even tasted a purple potato before, but I guess we're gonna taste them this year. Okay. And we definitely gonna do these russet potatoes. Hubby, I think he says he like them to grow to make wait, did I close that? Oh I did. I think he says he because hubby makes the potatoes. He make the best uh what they call it, like he opened it up, he put the cheese in it and all kinds of things. What is like a baked potato? He makes the best baked potato because I don't make no baked potatoes. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm making some mashed potatoes from scratch. Baking potatoes and all that. Do I eat them? I will eat a potato, baked potato. I would. Do I think about making a baked potato? I do not. Okay, I do not. And so hubby kind of does that. And ooh, he made some garlic potatoes last week, and they were so damn good. Because we do buy potatoes, right? We buy potatoes. We ain't buying no mashed potatoes. If we buy mashed potatoes, that means somebody gave us that box. Somebody gave us a box of mashed potatoes, and we cooked them. Yes, we're gonna cook them. We don't have no problem cooking, but we're gonna get us some potatoes. And if y'all get y'all some potatoes, grow y'all some potatoes. Because you don't want to go nothing else. Grow you some potatoes. All you need is a bucket and some sunlight. Of course, you need some dirt. Okay, you need some dirt. Okay. And I know, listen, I know they got lots of YouTube videos that tell you need this, that, and the third, all these vitamins and all this other. Truly, you just need soil from the earth and some water. And the God creation of itself will create you some food. Now, they say they have some little tricks that make your 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 creation more plentiful. I do believe that could be true, right? Depending on where you live, what type of soil you have outdoors, you may not be able to use your regular dirt. Now let's go look at my regular dirt real quick. Okay, y'all probably not gonna be able to hear me. Because I'm not sure what's wrong with my phone. And I'm still using Zoom. Okay. Um, so that's not gonna work, huh? That's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to go live another way. I'm gonna show y'all that. But some of y'all got good soil in your area, and you don't have to buy no damn dirt. Okay. Now, if you got dirt that's like sand, that's good, but you can't really grow a lot of things in that. You need dirt. If you got trees and different things in your area growing, then you got some good soil around. Okay. Like back there. All that I can go underneath all that shit and grab me some dirt, compost, and all of that. Look at all that. All of that is compost, y'all. Compost is leaves and browns with the dirt and the natural um things that happen. And of course, people throw food in that and all that too, which is kind of, I would, I would say, nothing wrong with it. You putting the stuff back in, right? But you don't have to do all that. Okay, I can go in that back right there and just start digging up some of that dirt back there, and if it'll grow ferns, they got a patch of strawberries that are gonna be popping up right down up in there. Right, to grow these trees, then it will grow. Okay, I'm, them people were supposed to come. Okay, and they're gonna have to fix my yard. Okay, because I don't want to get back there cutting up shit. Probably gonna be like, you shouldn't be doing that. Okay. Hubby been trying to keep me a lady forever. Okay. You shouldn't do that. But like, I got it. Like, he said, but you a lady. uh, my husband has been a gentleman. Or I guess it depends on how you look at it, right? They got the women who will say he's a gentleman, and then they got the women who will be like, oh, he's saying you a woman and you can't do certain things. I like to say that he's just been a protector ever since I've known him. And I ain't gonna lie, he reminded me, without me realizing it, so much of my dad, like that protector. I think that's what, I mean, besides him being sexy when I first saw him, but when I got to know him, I realized, okay, he's like my dad. Uh, I wouldn't have said that 30 years ago. 30 years ago, I would have been thinking I married a man opposite of my dad. Nope. I married a younger version of my goddamn dad. And that's a good thing because I love my daddy, baby. Okay? That's a good thing. Anyway, y'all, I'm going because it's getting loud. I told y'all we live close to this Air Force. Well, these people from the Air Force be coming in and out from the airport over there. Um, and this is the garden part. Now I'm gonna go live tomorrow to do the same thing in the evening, but before that, I may go live early in the day. You know, but I do want to sew. I'm gonna sew up some grow bags. I think I'm gonna do a couple of um 3 gallons. I definitely gonna do the 5 gallons for the potatoes, but I think I'm gonna grow my tomatoes, some of them in grow bags as well. So if y'all want, I do have some fabric. I have some um what's the name of it? It's a cotton canvas, and I've had it for a minute. I bought it a couple of months ago to make grow bags, but the issue is it's canvas, it's cotton. I know they're gonna wear out, but they should go at least 2 seasons. And then hubby did buy me some what they call it? It's like a fabric for the yard to keep the weeds down. He bought me that, and he didn't know what he was buying it for. He thought I was gonna put it out in the garden. I said, no, I'm gonna make grow bags. He never know what I'm doing, baby, until I do it, okay? He looked at me when I said I'm making grow bags. He was like, what? I said, yeah, I'm making bags with it. Okay. So I'm gonna make some grow bags. If anybody need any grow bags, I don't know what the price of them are individually, especially right now with I guess I'll have to look it up. It might be cheaper for you to bomb. Uh I do know that fabric, that shit is expensive, okay? I remember when that shit was cheap. You was able to get that shit for like $10, and it would be a whole lot of it. That shit is running like $70, 100 and something dollars. I was like, damn. Look, food is expensive and it's crazy. It's crazy. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. If y'all want me to come back, I honestly I have to water this in. Let me show y'all me watering this in real quick. Okay. I do have some rainwater. God's tears, baby. Look, rainwater. I only got a little bit. I don't know if I want to use it. I'm not gonna use it. I'm gonna go get some real water. Okay. I'm saving my rainwater. I'm saving my rainwater when something becomes difficult. Okay. Let me water this in. Just you want to water it from the top. Uh, my hose connection is back of this stuff, so I can't get back there. It's back over there in that corner. Uh, so I'm not going. Let me go grab some water real quick. Well, I'm gonna use a little. Oh, I do have some water, but this water has my fertilizer in it. You don't need fertilizer in it, okay? Uh, but I can use it. Let me use it. When you're starting your seed, you don't need anything special. Okay. The fertilizer will not hurt it though. Okay. Remember, I'm doing hydroponics, so I do have my fertilizer is liquid fertilizer. Okay. So I watered it from the top, and then I'm gonna water from the bottom by pouring this in like that. Okay. Which means when the soil needs water, it will drain, it will pull it up. That's how soil works. Even though we can't see, we don't see, it may not rain the whole summer. And you're wondering, how is it that the trees aren't dying and the weeds aren't dying? Is it because in the ground, when it rains, it soaks up in the ground, right? And then when the plants need it, it absorbs it up. Just like when we need water, we go get water. When these plants and things need water, they get it. Now, when we growing in our garden, right, we water. I'm now learning because I'm wondering why people using things and putting it in the ground with some water. And I realized that, yeah, it's called water conservation, right? Being out here, like when I've been gardening, I just been getting my hose and I'd be out here in the middle of the evening, watering everything, whole shitload of water. And I realized, wait a minute, I don't have to use that much water. Like I can literally, and I'm gonna show y'all how I'm gonna set some things up, right? Some things gonna be growing directly in water. I'm gonna show y'all that. I told y'all that already. But in my garden, I've been looking at videos and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try that. Okay. And I'm gonna let the plants do it, get the water as it needs it. That way you won't be over watering. Okay. And so that's what this is about. This is self-watering. Let me show y'all the bottom. The bottom should be sitting right. See? The bottom, get the way they got some little cuts under there. And when it needs it, it will suck it up like this. It will absorb it up. Okay? I don't know how much these sales cost. Hubby bought them for me. If I'm correct, they were less than $10, but he only bought me the sales. Okay, the dirt. We got the dirt on sale this weekend. The soil at I think it was Lowe's or Home Depot. Okay, I get them confused. I mean, okay, but I think they had the same sale at both of them, and I think we got that garden soil for 5 for $10, y'all. And yeah, I can see the rest of them are down there. Mhm. Four of us, one right here. 5 for 10. I don't know how much you probably paid for that stuff right there, but you don't have to buy soil if you have good soil in your yard. Okay. The truth is, if I would have grown this directly in my yard, I wouldn't have bought soil. But I would have had to buy some soil for certain areas, unless I would have went and dug it up. Okay. My first time doing the garden, I didn't buy much soil. I went and dug that stuff up. I went down there and brought that stuff up here and shit that was up here. I put down there. I got rid of ants by starting an ant battle. I did everything naturally. I put cayenne pepper as the plants, the seedlings pop up. I sprinkle cayenne pepper on them to keep the birds away from them, keep the worms from eating the seeds, my seedlings. So I did that. I used cayenne pepper. Then I put cinnamon on it when it became a certain to keep birds and things off it. Uh, I put soap in my yard to keep the deer away, the foxes away. Um, I put ammonia on rags to keep snakes away. But apparently, anything that you put like that, when it rains, it washes the scent away. Right? Remember, because I ended up with a snake up here. Okay, that's the only reason I'm not growing no berries this year. Because I did the research. I was gonna grow some blackberries. I was gonna start blackberries and what's the other? Raspberries. But they attract snakes. And y'all can tell we got a lot of snakes, baby. They out there. Okay, them snakes is in there. They in my yard. I just don't want them to come up this way. And yeah, me and snakes don't get along. We don't get along. Okay, anyway, y'all, let me come see what y'all talking about, and then I'm gonna go about my business. Okay. And by the way, I think one of the men in here, he said he got him some fruit trees, and he could just give me a couple of sticks off them so I can grow. Isn't that right? Some dude, your ass got a lot to teach me, baby. You say you got it. I buy a few sticks from your raspberry bush, okay? And I would love to get a tree. If you got a citrus tree of some sort, give me a few of them goddamn sticks off to that, baby. Sell them to me. But don't. I need it. I need it to have a harvest on them. Don't be selling me no new shit, okay? I can go to the store and buy that shit myself, okay? You sure got all that. You sure got all this goddamn knowledge and all these goddamn trees, and you ain't offer me shit. You are cheap as hell. You ain't. I'm just messing with you. Anyway, how you doing, some dude? Yes, um I used to see how my dad used to do it. I used to wonder why is he out there with cinnamon? Why is he throwing cinnamon? But cinnamon, that hot pepper, I went in there and I said, "Hey, baby, what kind of hot? What kind of hot? It was the dusting type, not the hot sauce, right? Y'all know what I'm talking about, like the Cajun, but it was the real hot." I said, "What kind is this?" And he told me. I came out in the yard and I sprinkled that shit everywhere because them birds will eat your shit. You know what I'm talking about, Sugar Bum? Telling you, let's run his pockets, baby. You know he got that money, girl. He got that money. You have cantaloupe growing. I would love figs. Oh, yeah, some figs. The last time I had a fig, oh my God, I was a little, like I was a little girl. We had a fig tree, but when I became older, man, I regret some of the shit that I did. When we became older and we thought we was hot shit. I was too good to go get that fig off that goddamn fig tree. I ain't got no access to no goddamn fig tree, baby. And it take years. I think it was some dude and also Vic, right? Because I didn't know. I don't know about the trees, y'all. But let me tell y'all, and everything they said was facts. Okay, some dude what he was talking about was facts. Oh shit, look at that big ass spider. Oh Lord. But we had one in the house. That motherfucker would look like an alien. Let me see if I can show it to y'all. That looked like a miniature alien. Y'all see that big ass? Them things are aliens. Them the aliens that y'all say that be in the world. That motherfucker looked like the alien that ate them people in that ship that was out in space. That's a small one. One time I had one in the house. That motherfucker was like this big. Damn, it was like that spider was this. It was like, yeah, it was bigger than it was in my. I walked downstairs. It was on the wall. Me and my sons freaked out. I did a video on this. It looked like an alien. I wanted people to tell me, "Mom, you're right. That's an alien." So I can leave this world. Okay. I like figs too, but when I became a teenager, man, the things I stopped thinking was important. I stopped eating figs. Y'all remember them honey? It used to be these honeysuckles. It was like a plant, but it was like honey. You would pull the stem out and squeeze it in your mouth. We did that when we was children, but I don't even see them things around here up north. And then what else we had? Pecan tree. I stopped. I like the things that you had that was accessible to you everywhere. You didn't think they were valuable. You know how much pecans cost? I know y'all. Some people call them pecans. We call them pecans. The tree gone since Katrina, y'all. That tree was 150 years Oh, okay. This motherfucker tree was tall and it had the pecans were just everywhere during a certain type of year. You got a pecan tree? I buy some of your pecans if you every 4 years. Nah, I don't know what kind of how the kind of pecan tree you got that on it. You must have one of them new varieties or some shit. Cause I'm hearing they got new varieties of shit. Every year, that pecan tree sprouted pecans every goddamn year. We could see them when they were green, right? Because they turn out green. They green and soft, and then as you get older, the outside becomes like wood, just like a maple wood or some shit. Because it tastes like iron and shit when you go to crack it. Well, why in the hell is only doing it every 4 years? And that don't make no goddamn sense. You just letting them shits fall off, okay? You remember pomegranate Chinese apple? See, I don't remember those. Um, maybe it was called something else. But we did have apples, oranges, right in my yard. Well, when I say my yard, y'all know what I mean, right? Back home on our property, in my spot. we got a tangerine. It's not an orange tree. It's a what's those small oranges that peel real easy? Because I didn't know they were different. I'm gonna be honest. Like I knew they were different, but Clementine, I think they Clementine oranges or whatever. He said, that's and what you call them? They would put iron on the tree, and you know who told me that was right? Um, Vic. Vic was like, yeah, Bomb. They would take iron, and and then I said, yeah, there was an iron rod, almost like it came from the track, like the train track. It was staked right into the tree. He said, yeah, because the tree needed iron. I was like, damn. So I ain't gonna lie, some dude and Vic, when they talking about certain things, they be knowing what they talking about. Yeah. Okay. One year I got 5 gallon bucket off it. Oh, you got 6 5 gallon buckets. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know. Like the tree was older than my grandmother. And my grandmother's the one she told me when she was a kid, the tree was already there, but it was young. And right now my grandmother, if she was living, shit. I don't know. My grandmother would be definitely 130 years old. She was still living. Some shit like that. My grandmother was born in 1898, if I'm correct. 1898. She was old. Okay. She was old. Anyway, hey Mr. DJ. In the fall when the pecans are ready, if they put out this year, you go oh, I'll buy them too. So wait, your tree didn't put out every year neither? Cause that's what some dudes said every 4 years. But now, mind you, I was a kid, right? I was a kid. Maybe I'm tripping. It could be true that it didn't do it every year. But every year I remember we going down there and grabbing up some corns. But usually when we saw them, they would be on the ground and then we'd pick them up and then we would be running. But in where I'm from, we made pecan candy. So we would go, my mom would say, hey, you want some pecan candy tonight? Hey, peanut butterfly. And she said, y'all want some pecan candy? We'd be like, yeah. And she'll send us down there to get some pecans right up the tree. But today, if I want some pecans, I gotta go spend 40 goddamn dollars. $40. $40. I might be a little exaggerating on the cost. Okay. Uh-oh, my camera's snapping pictures of what? Lord, the camera is just snapping pictures. Some dude done hacked my goddamn phone. He trying to grab me. Okay. Um, the deer be munching them so fast. Oh, okay, you got deer and things. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. But yeah, we ain't had no crows, baby. I think everything was scared to come around where we live on the bayou. Okay. My family will shoot the hell out of some crows and eat them. Okay. And if it's a bird and flying, you got some meat on it, the family says, food. They love their guns, so you know any chance they get to shoot at something, they gonna do it. Pierce said, "Hey, Bob, I planted my lemon, grapefruit, and lime tree today." Oh, did you make a video? That's what I want to know how to grow some trees. I know that's right, some dude. My family, anytime they could use a gun and some food together, then that's a perfect combination, baby. They pull out the gun, they be like, "You see something flying?" And my dad would be like, "Yeah, I see it." My dad's cousin, which is my second cousin, he'd be like, "Yeah, and we're gonna meet you right here in 5 minutes." And they all look, all my dad's cousins and brothers and the nephews and everybody, all the men, they done gathered they weapons and shit, and they about ready to shoot. So I think all the crows and anything that would eat them pecan, I think they were scared to fly over our area. Okay. Yeah, I would like to see the trees. I was doing some research because I was wanted to grow some grapes and some raspberry and blackberries. And I heard that so raspberries, depending on the variety, I might be able to get some the first year, but the some of them it takes 2 years. Some of them takes 3 years to bear fruit. I was like, God damn. Like, so I think if like, I'm looking into buying a house with a bigger yard, y'all. Like, so that's my only thing at this point is as soon as the market get good, you know, we keep thinking, okay, shit gonna crash, and that shit gonna crash, and we're gonna be prepared to buy. You know what I'm saying? And if I gotta wait 3 years and then I'm gone in 3 years, I don't get that. So that's my only thing at this point. That's the only thing. But when you gave me the idea of growing a tree in a bag, or in a either a bag or a container, right? A container. Then I thought, okay, that's a great idea because wherever I move, that motherfucker tree coming with us. Okay, that tree is coming with us. But and then they got some trees where you cut them back. Okay, Max say facts. Look, for those of us, right? For those of us who realize that we might be able to take advantage of some of this bullshit that's going on. We ain't nothing we can do about it, but take advantage if we get a chance to. And last time in 08, y'all, like I don't know why we didn't take advantage of that. We should have took advantage of that. But in 2025, 26, or 27, or 28, whenever that shit happen, baby, we're gonna be right there, okay? We're gonna make sure the credit score is where it needs to be. Whatever we gotta give is gonna be there, and bam, and we're gonna have to, that's what we're gonna do. That's our plan. Now, I'm gonna put a tap on this, y'all, and I'm gonna finish this up tomorrow. We're gonna so tomorrow. Oh, I can't keep. Oh, you know what I can't do? Remember, I got them labels. Wait, let me see. Well, I can. It's just not sealed. I got the labels. I can't put the top on a certain way, but they're gonna be outside. So just by having that top on it a little bit. Look, Max said, "Hell yeah, Max said yeah." I saw somebody in this area. He's in New Jersey. It's a white guy, right? I watch his channel. He's doing gardening. And then there's another guy. He used to be in Jersey, but now he's in North Carolina. I think. I think he's in either North Carolina or South Carolina. One of them Carolinas. And I watch them. They are so good, right? And I'm watching them. They just started gardening in the last 5 years, and they giving out the information, things they did wrong. But anyway, the guy who's still in Jersey, he got grapes, three types of grapes. And They look so good. To be able to go in your yard and get grapes, I love grapes, and I would love to make some wine, like some dude said. I was thinking, look, he said he has so many grapes, he don't even know what to do with them. I'm like, shit, send them to me, babe. Look, I was gonna get in the tech, I was gonna get in his tech comment box and say, hey, I'm in Delaware, I buy them for you. Peach trees, I never peach trees, pears trees, mulberry tree, blueberry bush. Yeah, I know you got look. When you got yard, you could do all that, right? When it's your yard, you ain't got no HOA. I'll be breaking up. Look, y'all, I ain't gonna lie, okay? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The HOA, they don't really like me like that. Right? They don't like me like that. Now, the only way I get away with some of the shit I get away with is because like my property is to the back, right? And I got a lot of area because where our everything is positioned. You know what I mean? And I have to have a way because they come through my yard to cut other people's backyard, which I don't understand why they got to do that. They shouldn't have to do that, but they do. So I leave them a little pathway where they could do that, right? They come through mine, go through the back. Cool. Okay. If I I gotta go with the HOA, okay? I honestly I was gonna go around this whole area. We got a whole area, just a pond area, things where we can have some nice fruit trees growing in this community, right? It don't even have to be for me. It will be for the community. It like a orange tree, and these people. I don't know what's going on. Why would you have a tree that don't do nothing growing when you can have a tree that provides something growing? To me, you know what I mean? Like I could see if you got some trees that are gonna make you some money, you could go and chop them down and create you some wood, some furniture to build homes. You know, I don't understand having no trees that's just there. Okay, it's cheap in Virginia. Probably don't want to move. How did no, well, I think I'm not sure to be honest. You might be right. I'm not gonna go against what you're saying about the orange tree. Okay. I know they got apples. Remember they say apples couldn't grow up here. Um, maybe it's the citrus. You in Virginia now? You left Texas? Oh, snap. Wait, no, you said I'm Virginia. Wait a minute. You confusing me. Oh, you just moved to Virginia, girl? Well, they say there's different varieties, right? Some dude. So I figured if an apple can grow, why we can't grow a because I heard they got apple, they got right there in Jersey, they got an apple, what they call it? What they call them? Where you could go and pay a price and pick your apples and pumpkins and but I don't know about oranges. You might be right about that. I don't know. I'm not talking about you, some dude. I was talking about Letitia. She said she just moved there. Girl, you done moved closer and closer. You just saying you look, you like to be close to Philly, but you don't want to be in Philly. You like, look, you could drive from Virginia to Philly, what, in 4 hours? No, wait, 4 to 6 hours, right? Depending on what part of Virginia. She said she said she missed Texas. It was it cheaper in Virginia? I heard Virginia is pricey now. Anyway, y'all, look, I'm gone. We gonna be back tomorrow though, okay? Some dude come back tomorrow. I'll put the link up and then we could talk more about whatever y'all want to talk about, okay? We'll talk. But I gotta go, y'all. It's dark out here and y'all know my laptop out here. The mosquitoes not biting me only because I sprayed myself really well. But now I gotta go get in the shower. It's about 4 hours. Yeah. See, I know, girl. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. You like, look, I want to be able to get home. But now you could get home at 4. between 4 or 6 hours, and then you could skedaddle back to your new home. You know what I mean? I thought about it too, but my hubby was stuck to Delaware, girl. Cause I would have. I ain't gonna lie. At one point, I wanted to go to Georgia. I would have moved to Georgia years ago. Okay, Georgia. Remember when? Remember Mr. Music when everybody was escaping to Georgia. Everybody, all the black people was going to Georgia, and they had lots of jobs and all kinds of shit. And I wanted to do that, and hubby was like, "Nah, we going up Delaware." And I said, "Wait a minute, don't it get cold in Delaware?" I said, "Don't it snow up north?" And he told me, y'all. Now don't let him trick you. My husband told me no. It had snowed in Delaware in 20 years. I am not lying. He told me that. Because, see, he know there's no way I would have ever touched a toe in Delaware if I know it snowed. What's wrong, babe? Hubby told me it don't snow. I said, "You sure?" Now, mind you, I ain't know what Delaware was. So I'm going to be honest. That's my stupidity. You know, I'm being young. I'm from the South. I still don't know where a lot of states are. I got to look at the map to see exactly where they are, to be honest. I know where Tennessee, Missouri, anything on this side of the East Coast, from Maine down, I know where that shit is now. But if you talk, we're going towards Chicago and all the areas over there, I don't know where that shit is. I know, I know where California is. I know where Texas is. I think Arizona might be right off of California, but I'm not even too sure. There might be a state in between them. I don't even know. But what I will tell you is this, okay? He told me it don't snow. And I was like, "But don't it snow up north?" He was like, "No, it ain't snowed there in 10, 20 years. That's what my hubby told me, okay? Isn't that right? For the talk? Uh-huh. Anyway, look, we let him come in and say, and then the year we got here, and I ain't even gonna lie, if I told you what year I got here, first time I stepped a toe in Delaware, the snow, it had us whole snowstorm. And you know what I was like, I'm looking at him like, wait, what? He's like, it hadn't done this in 20 years. I said, wait a minute, so you brought the snow with you? We brought the snow back from Missouri with us? And he told me, well, this is abnormal. It was so much snow. It's been snowing God almost every year since. My husband tricked me, y'all. He tricked me. It's all good though. Shut your dumb ass up, uh, Randy Slowcal. I could talk on what the hell I want to talk on, you dumbass nigga. Okay? you dumbass nigga. Anyway, y'all. Randy Slowcal just love us so much. He comes under all these goddamn names. Okay? Coming here talking about Rico in California and Arizona. Y'all know that dumbass nigga. Okay? The dumbass nigga can't. We recognize you under any name, nigga. You overweight. You slow. You don't understand that no matter what name you are under, as soon as you start texting shit, we know your slow ass Texas nigga. Look, I'm in the backyard. I don't want the neighbors to hear me. Okay. I don't. We don't want. Yeah, I don't want the neighbors. Y'all know when I'm in my house, I can get loud. Y'all know I don't want my neighbors to hear me using the N word and all of that. Okay, I'm gonna bring my black butt indoors. Okay, I don't even know most of my neighbors. I don't be outside like that no more. He said hunt, fish, grow, and cook. That's what I'm talking about. Some dude. Uh, for a quarter is on that sheet, y'all. After they got him off of the slow white underbelly. What is called soft white underbelly. Look, I keep saying slow white underbelly. If y'all ever looked at that show over there, y'all know most of them people he interviewed are slow. He ain't got no real smart, educated nobody over there. Even the dude who called himself Don Juan. If you go listen to that dude, you be like, damn. Don Juan was on there sounding like a whole plum fool. And I was thinking, who allowed him to pimp them, baby? What's going on? And he still was talking like it's the 1960s. Talking about I was fly, like super fly. And when he was talking, I imagined him in them hills with the fish, the fish tank as the hills. Y'all saw that movie? That was Superfly. Wasn't that Superfly, Mr. Music? Superfly had on the heels. He got out of jail. I think it was the age outside. He had been locked up apparently since the goddamn 60s or maybe the 70s. And he got out of jail and he came out and he was walking with that cane and that goddamn big ass hat on, them bell bottoms and them goddamn shoes with the fish tanks in the bottom. And I was like, God. I was like, Lord Hammers. That shit was funny. What movie that was? Was that She Gotta Have It or that's one of the movies. That shit was fun. Dawn Bomb should have streamed outside more. She's not such a brat. I know I gotta be good out here, okay? I got neighbors. I be in my house yelling and shit. I'm outside whispering and trying to be a church woman, okay? Let everybody know. Bomb is a church woman, okay? Even though I don't go to church. He was a fly guy. That was crazy. Oh man. Look, how did we know fourth quarter talk? Now I didn't never pay attention to fourth quarter talk before. Soon as he said he was sounding just like that goofball. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna get you sucker. That's right. That's the name of it. I'm gonna get you sucker. That movie was funny. Okay. That movie was funny. I didn't see the whole thing, but isn't that the one also with the black woman when she was at work at like a restaurant or something, and she wanted to go home because she was having cramps, and them two dudes walked up behind her. She was like, "Leave me alone," and he was walking, and she turned into a beast because she had cramps. She like, no cramps. He was screaming. Ah! That motherfucking movie is crazy. He was pimp of the year, and yet she turned into a devil. And I think that is that the same movie also where old girl when he took her to go in the bed, she took off her butt, her leg, her titty. It's like she was just pulling shit off. Is that the same movie? I need to look at that goddamn movie again. Okay, that movie was good. he said he said them little dudes that popped out there. Ah, man, they had some good movies. Okay, they were fun. I'm gonna have to look at. I'm gonna get you sucker. That is a classic. I have to admit that. Okay. He was Junebug Spade. Was he in the movie? How they be knowing people names? Y'all have the memories, baby. Okay, y'all, I'm gone. If y'all, hey, babe, you want to be live? You want to be live on the panel? Or you want to just do it tomorrow? Okay. He don't want to be live. He'll be having fun, but he ain't having that much fun, y'all. I gotta go wash my hands. Y'all remember I put my hands in the dirt. Sinners was good. I want to talk about that, but we're gonna talk about it maybe tomorrow, okay? If Sharon, because looked like Sharon was live this morning, but when I woke up, he was gone. I don't know what happened. I hope everything good with him. But if he don't go live tomorrow, I will go live tomorrow. Okay. Show your sons. Uh, fourth quarter. Let me tell you something. You don't want to see my son, baby. But if you want to see my sons, right? I tell you what, I got one son. He charged $30 for you to see him. He charged $30 for you to see him. Okay. Let me know if you want to see him. I'll send you the link to his OnlyFans, nigga. Okay. Now, what I would tell you is he got a huge following, so I know you would want to watch him. Okay, I know you kind of gay, straight. I don't know what you is, but you probably would be a fan of his for years and years and years. Okay, nigga, you ain't got nothing on neither one of my sons, right? We got the one who's like his daddy, and they got the one kind of like his mama. Okay, and the one who's like his daddy, he's like he's even though he's not Christian, he live his life like he's Christian, right? He's straight and narrow. He do have the son and everything, smart, remember things. He don't play around with nobody, right? He ain't gonna mess with you, but you ain't gonna mess with him neither, cause he ain't that, right? And then they got the other son like me, right? He the friendly person. He kind of wild too, right? Like kind of like his mama. And dude, but if you want to see him though, you let me know. Okay? You let me know. He said, your cell phone and all family members I'm going to give away. What? You gonna give what? Bomb, go to Sharon's post. Wait, Bomb, go to Sharon's post. Oh, is at the top? Oh, okay, let me go look and see what's going on. Man, cause he was live and then I heard him talking, but let me go see. I'm gonna go see before I sign off. Yeah, one of my nostrils is running out. I don't know why. I'm over here sniffing. I do not have a cold. I think I have allergies through the years, getting older, and it's around that time for allergies. Uh oh, he got a new channel. Oh, you mean I missed him today? He was on a whole new goddamn channel. That's crazy. Cause he was on my TV, and then his ass was gone. Okay, but I just subscribed. Okay. Um, I don't know. I don't think this was the way he should have went. Okay, and this not the way he should have went. Cause when he go to get monetization, they gonna see that it's him. So he would have did better, right? Cleaning up that channel, cause he was making them money. He was making money, right? He would have had a better chance. He just had to clean up whatever he not gonna get monetized. See, monetization is different. Y'all see I get my channels back, right? But I have never been monetized, right? I never applied for monetization ever. So when you start dealing with money and things like that, it's a little different. They do handle you differently too. They would have taken into account how much money is being made, what is the things that he's doing wrong, can it just be fixed? He go and clean it up and then he go and get it back. But when he go to get monetization again, even if he lasts that long, right? um well, anyway, we all gotta learn. We gotta learn the way we do it. It looked like he may have had this channel already. No, it looked new. No, he had it for a little bit. Looked like. Okay. Because I see some videos that were done like 4 months ago. So maybe he had this one first, but it don't matter. When you go to get the monetization, that's when they're going to put everything together. Remember, you got to give your real information, bank information, all real information when you get monetized. And that's one of the reasons why I'm not trying to get monetized, right? They do want too much information. And I don't trust these people like that. Okay, right now I can look up everybody's shit. Yo, people, shit is just there on the internet. And it's usually gonna be the ones who gave out their information to somebody who just sell it or they just make it available. If you're making money, you're like a business, right? If you're a business, then they can give out your information. They can sit it there, bam. And that's how people are getting doxxed more than ever now. Okay. So I'm I mean, I done already been doxxed. I don't care about that too much like that. But yeah. Anyway, I hope everything well. I'm subscribed, so I'll be over there, tomorrow. Uh the same people who got him on a hit list, they still gonna be hitting him, right? Sometimes you gotta get a hit, he get knocked down, but everybody who been getting knocked down, they get back up. They correct the thing. YouTube welcome them back. But you can't do this though too. Can't do this too much. That's when they keep getting knocked down, right? Anyway, y'all, I see y'all. I see y'all. Hubby, I gotta go wash my hands. Remember before I put them gloves on, my hand was all in the dirt. The stuff is in between my nails now. Oh, goodness. Look, I might be a little dirty and shit. I mean, I'm into gardening, but I ain't into being dirty too long, okay? I'm a woman still.